Hello, welcome back to PlayStation Access. My name's Dave, and I'm joined once again by Nath.
Hello.
And Nath, I'm still in Skyrim. You can't tear me
away.
You
haven't left Skyrim Special Edition.
I'm happy in here. Yes,
on
this
PlayStation
is specifically 4. Skyrim Special Edition.
This, man, I don't know how you found this. This was like a Forgotten Realms book cover that I used to have in my bedroom.
This is just one of those sort of things, man. This is
just
what
happened.
Skyrim's all about. Just riding along. It was night. There were, the Northern Lights, and I just thought I'm going to capture it because it looks amazing.
I haven't even seen the Aurora Borealis. I was just looking at the massive pink moon.
I know. We should say what this video is.
Yeah, what is this video?
Which is 8 things you must do in brackets again.
Yep.
In Skyrim Special Edition, starting with kill a dragon.
Okay, well, you're starting with the dragon.
I know that's quite a big, that's quite a big opener.
Do we have to start with the dragon?
Well, the thing is, you will the game is all about dragons.
It's actually much smaller, closer up than I was thinking. That's why.
Really? No, I think that was far. That was far away. I think the game's all about dragons. You are the Dragonborn.
Of course.
The very first thing. Well, I won't say what the very first thing that happens in the game in case you haven't played it yet, which you haven't.
No,
but there are dragons, and early on in the story, if you follow the story, you're going to need to kill a dragon. It's not just mindless killing of beasts. This is just, by the way, a random dragon flying around.
Yeah.
That will often happen, just random encounters, and sometimes that's great because you want to kill a dragon for reasons, and sometimes it's, oh god, there's a dragon, and there's nowhere to hide, and I'm really in quite a lot of trouble. So this is the first dragon that you killed.
So mate, you're 0 to 60 here. You know what I mean? Straight in with the dragon.
That's very sort of, that's very kind of telltale on how the game is. It doesn't hold back. Dragons aren't, incredibly rare.
Right.
They are, they are in the world, but now at this time, dragons are back, and so you will find them. You don't want to just kill them because it's amazing and they're huge. I actually feel a little bit sad when I kill a dragon. Yeah. But because...
Geralt of Rivia won't kill dragons.
I didn't know that. Geralt of Trivia. And first of all, you get a lovely kind of animation, which I really like, of them turning into ash and leaving behind the dragon skeleton. But more importantly, as the player, as the Dragonborn, you soak up their soul, which no one else can do, which means...
Wow, it's like a cross between Dark Souls 3 and Highlander. That was amazing.
Yeah, it's really cool, isn't it? And it means, as you can see now, you get shouts.
Is that where you get shouts from?
Yes.
I'm learning a lot. This is great.
There's actually 2 things you need to do. You need to find the inscriptions, the words, the actual word of the shout, but you can't say them until you soak up a soul of a dragon. Wow. So that's the first thing. Yeah. Kill dragons. This is the second thing. Get a companion.
Right.
Now, this is a very special companion. This is sort of good and bad advice. There are different ways to get a dog. This is the quickest one I thought that I could just do really quickly, which is go and pay a man for his dog. Right. And this is Vigilance, my dog, and I love him.
Can you pay every man for his dog if he has a dog?
No, there are very specific. As far as I'm aware, there are only sort of like a handful of dogs in the world that you can actually own.
How does the dog know? That's amazing.
Look, this is me doing a test. Is he really mine? He is. Come on, Vigilance. Come on, Vigilance. Yeah.
Is he mine?
To adventure.
Oh, you're actually jumping.
Now, the thing is, why do you want a companion? First of all, Skyrim can be quite a big lonely place, and it's just nice to have a friend. Look, here he is. Just when I went into Whiterun, he's just there.
It's fair to say as well, Dave, that you're the kind of player who, in playing these games, you play out little stories in your head.
Look, Nath, this is like in Star Wars, I thought. Like when he's Chewie and we're going to get our award from the Jarl.
I was so right.
You were so right. But a word of warning. Oh, no. Your dog will help you fight, but it instantly makes every situation so much more life and death. You're like, get off Vigilance.
Because he
can. Get off Vigilance. He can die.
Oh, mate.
He can die. He didn't this time. Thank God. But look, he's got an arrow in his hindquarters, and I was like, oh my God.
You were the only person firing arrows in that situation.
I need to be a bit more vigilant. So,
is it always dogs, the companions?
It's funny you should ask that. Here's Lydia. So Lydia is a companion who you earn through the story. Yeah. And she, a lot like Vigilance, just will follow you around. She has a few more functions, and you can actually give her better instructions than you can Vigilance.
Have you seen The Fisher King, the Terry Gilliam movie?
No.
In that Robin Williams sings a song, Lydia. He falls in love with a lady called Lydia.
Okay. Did she follow him around?
No, but I just... he follows her around. What's this?
That was... I wanted to just say word of warning. When you are watching your followers follow you,
right.
You need to be aware of that you're going to walk
it's
off
like wearing a
cliffs
PlayStation VR.
Look at them running to see if I'm alright. Are you okay? They're running away a little bit. They're going to come back. They're like, oh, there he is. Hey, reunited.
So you can have an animal and Lydia.
I can have both. So this is kind of what we were saying earlier, Nath. Here I am trying to be stealthy. Vigilance runs in. I'm like, no, Vigilance. I'm trying to take out the mud crabs, and I'm really worried that he's going to die here. So I try to shout them, and Vigilance died. I couldn't handle it, Nath. I couldn't handle it. So
honestly,
I had to instantly,
sort of quivering in the.
I had to instantly reload because I'm not killing Vigilance. I'm not killing my
obviously,
death.
I'd say, it's in the next one, but yeah.
Well,
I
just want to say, I mean, here are my companions still. Like, it's brilliant to have them along the way. They help you out, but also it makes everything that much more on a knife edge, life and death. Like, as soon as Vigilance died, I was gutted and I had to reload. This is explore and find cool, amazing stuff.
Okay.
This is what I was trying to find. Is this just giant mud crab, which you might not be able to see, but now you can, I'm sure, with just it's just in that you can't. That it was never alive. It's not.
I see.
Can't be
it's
killed.
Just like a huge fossil.
It's something you can just find. There's loads of stuff like this, and I was at the monument previously. It's in there in the background.
So what you're saying is that the Skyrim world has been littered with these kind of interesting objects or items or locations, and you should go away from the story and find them.
Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, some of it will be in the story. I love just finding these little kind of stories. Like, here's some people just hanging out.
What is this story that you're getting involved in?
It's like a group of campers who've come to these hot springs and they're just kind of bathing. I just kind of think that's really cool. There's no story here. You can't really talk to them and get a side quest or anything.
Yeah.
I'm just really, this is a bit of a kind of weak point because just look how cool the world is and like go and explore it and enjoy it. Like, this is Solitude, which isn't a place
that's a really fair
be
point,
hard to find, but just look at the amazing fantasy of everything that Bethesda have built and the incredible kind of fiction all come to life in like it just feels so much better now in HD.
You're using your cave shot again, I see.
Yeah, I love this.
You showed me this before.
This is Elder Gleam Sanctuary, which is just a beautiful cave, kind of off the beaten track. You'll find it and just think, what have I stumbled across? This is a famous one, Nath. Maybe a stupid one. This is shout at inanimate objects.
So you just which
I think people very quickly realised in the first outing of Skyrim was a brilliant fun thing to do.
I like you found long tables as well.
Long tables. I tried to find as much objects as I could just to shout at. It really doesn't get that old. It's thank God for physics and. Especially when people are talking to you or trying to have quite serious conversations. Those long tables are in in Dragon's Reach, in front of the Jarl who sat on his throne.
Do you know? This reminds me. All the shouting reminds me of
the shouting
in Earthsea, the Earthsea trilogy by Ursula Le Guin, where magic is about learning the true names of things, and then you say their names and you have power over objects. And it's also about dragons. It's like one of the really early part of the game. You defeat a dragon by knowing its name. And anyway, it just seems like some of the element of magic and lore has passed down.
I hear what you're saying. Yeah, people don't like it when you shout loads.
Okay.
Like this guard who said, "Please stop shouting," and I said, "Okay," but then I had to shout. But unfortunately. Vigilance is in. I'm like, no, reload. This was shouting at the Companions Guild. They were furious with me. Like, suddenly I'm like, oh god, there's about
they're
6
not
of them.
your companions anymore.
Companions, they're certainly not.
Oh man,
no,
they've got big old swords as well.
Two-handed sword. So yeah, speaking of the Companions Guild, this next one is join a guild.
You must join a guild.
What
are the advantages, man? Because that sounds like quite an administrative thing to do, doesn't it? I'm going to buy Skyrim and join a guild.
Well, I think there are quite a few actually. First of all, as I said, Skyrim can be a bit of a kind of lonely place, and it's nice to feel part of something. Maybe take part in whatever their kind of ideas are, what they're trying to achieve.
Yep.
Alternatively, it's just a great way to get good loot.
Right.
So there are certain things you can only earn by joining the guilds and seeing through their quest lines.
Right.
So it's a good way to get training. And if you join the Companions Guild, for instance, then you'll get training in weaponry. If you join the Mages Guild, which is actually the College of Winterhold, then you get training in using magic. Right. So you might think, I'm going to concentrate on swords, so I'm going to join the Companions, something like that. There are actually.
I was going to say, what are your options?
There are 8, I think. I mean, I'm sort of linking guilds and just kind of groups here.
Right. Okay.
But there's the College of Winterhold, which is like a mages guild, so for magic. The Companions, which is like the fighters guild, so for learning about weaponry and fighting. Yeah. The Thieves Guild, which is actually this one here. This is the sort of introduction to joining the Thieves Guild. Be good for sneaking and stuff. There's the Dark Brotherhood, the Imperial Legion, or the Stormcloaks, the Bards College, the blades. So there's quite a few, and some of them you will just join just as part of the story. Some of them will seek you out, some you will seek out. It's really fun. Like, I'm not going to tell you too much about them. If you want to find them, you can. If you don't, you know, you might stumble across them to see what happens. But joining a guild is lots of fun and very prosperous. Next one is just get good at killing stuff.
Okay.
Because, in particular, I mean, I've put some of this in just because I thought it was really good. I just really enjoyed using the bow this time around. That's a classic.
Oh, man.
But also, in certain situations, and I think as you level up, you can level up these skills. You get really nice slow-mo kill cams and things. Using the longbow is just great fun because, you know, seeing the arrow stick into your enemies is great.
Right in his face. That was good, man.
I know. Look, he just won't go down.
The stopping power.
Look, I get a slow-motion kill with him basically kneeling down, praying for death, which is quite good.
Second death.
But it's really, really fun. Like our archery whilst sneaking, you get twice the damage for a sneak attack if they don't know where you are. And just like, look at that. It's so much more satisfying.
It is. I mean, obviously, I'm coming at this through the lens of having played Fallout, and you know the slow-mo kills in Fallout. It does remind me of those. Whenever they interrupted, like you'd be all excited about a fight, and then that was horrible. And then you get a slow-mo kill, and you'd be like, yeah.
I know. It's really just it makes you feel good, and there's. I know.
It makes you feel good.
It does. It just it's
you
just
kick a wolf down a hill.
It's just better. Yeah, kick a wolf, hit a woman in the chest. It's all great. It's all Skyrim. So just enjoy the combat. This is partake in the bowl challenge, Nath.
What?
Which I think it was traditionally the sort of buckets, but I was using bowls.
What is this?
So
see, I've not played it before. I just don't know what this is.
What is this? This is me trying to place bowls and other objects on people's heads. Look how much vigilance looks like a lampshade. If you get good, you can get.
Gone mad.
You can get.
You've been sitting away editing this video. You've gone mad.
Look at this, a ceramic bowl. I don't like that guy. He doesn't deserve it. And look, like the dream is to get something like this where you can get almost everybody in the court wearing a bowl at the same time. I couldn't manage to get the Jarl, but there's 3 people wearing bowls. So this is like a hint that I don't think anyone. It doesn't come up ever. If you hold X when you're looking at an object rather than pressing it,
you pick it up.
You pick it up and you can manipulate it and
What's
move it around.
What's next, Dave? Come on.
This is the last one. This is number 8. This is Climb the Throat of the World, which, yes, that's lovely, which is the highest point in
the mountain.
Skyrim.
I know there's a massive mountain.
The mountain, exactly. So part of the story will get you a lot of the way there to go and see the Greybeards, but the Throat of the World is right at the top.
You can also
it's treacherous.
You can also just kind of hop against the rock until you get to the top, right?
That's how I did it. Yeah, because I didn't have time to go through the story, so I had to very carefully and ably jump my way to the top.
It's very graceful.
And I think it's sort of like a rite of passage for Skyrim players. You've got to get up there. You've got to experience it.
You also can't do this video without showing the view from the. Oh,
there's
that's
the
not even the highest
top.
place. Okay,
I'm going up to the actual top.
You can't. Yeah, what I was going to say is you can't have an updated visual Skyrim without showing this.
No,
can you? I mean, that would be ridiculous.
And just Skyrim is a big place. It is a big place. When we did the map from end to end, it reminded me of like how vast it is and how many different kind of like ecosystems and things to find and see there are. And it's nice to go up here and get that kind of proper visual impression of just like, wow, this is the anywhere my eyes are touching I can go right now, and that's kind of really cool. And it's a good place for picking out places you might want to go, see a little settlement and stuff. There's some ruins right there, which is quite cool by a big lake.
How did you get down? Did you jump?
Well, I've
wingsuit.
I think it's also classic to upgrade your shout for Srodar,
right?
Or one of the shouts makes you sort of like leap forwards, and that's you should commit suicide off this mountain. Please do save the game first. But I actually just fast travelled somewhere, so
right, okay.
It's all good.
Available too.
So that was 8 things that you must do in Skyrim. In brackets again. I think. It's the special edition. I've had so much fun playing it this week. I'm going to take it home and actually play it properly now because I've just been running around getting capture. I hope it's whet your appetite, Nathan. Someone who's never played before.
100%.
I'm very jealous of you. So like this video. If you like this video, please do comment to let us know what things we've missed out, what little secrets we need to go and find, and subscribe so you don't miss anything else from the world of PlayStation.